time to build momentum, to interrupt and end race-based hatred and violence.
Hey everybody, Tracy Brown here. I am so glad you've joined me for today's episode of Momentum. It is the end of, or very near the end of the month of October in 2025. And we get to come together to build momentum for interrupting and then ending race-based hatred and violence. If just by chance this is your first time with a momentum, then let me just tell you a little bit about the idea of it. Taking just a few minutes at the beginning of the week to recommit and to remember that we each have a commitment to be the person who speaks up, to be the person who says it's not okay, or to be the person who models a better way of behaving, and someone who interrupts stereotypes and actually questions people when they are doing and saying things that are a reflection of race-based hatred or race-based violence. And all of this is in service to or in alignment with the Facebook group, What Is Mine to Do, where for 10 years we've been asking the question, what is mine to do to interrupt race-based hatred and violence? So today's theme is all about recalibrating, reevaluating, and recalibrating, and how important that is to your long-term strategy. If you've been a part of the What Is Mine to Do Facebook group, or if you've been watching Momentum these last few months, then you already know I constantly am taking myself and hopefully you back to, so why is it that this topic is important to you? Why is it that you want to be a person who through your actions, not just your thoughts, not just your beliefs, not just through prayers, but through your action, you recognize opportunities to interrupt race-based hatred and violence, and you hold yourself accountable for having conversations that interrupt race-based hatred and violence, that educate you, look for opportunities to educate yourself, and then you educate others. All of that takes a lot of personal commitment. There's no one standing over you saying you must do this, especially in the context that we have been using in the What Is Mine to Do group, which is, there's all kinds of opportunities for group action, community-based organizations, political organizations, organizations that are involved in social services. There are many, many, many group activities you can be a part of, or organizations you can financially support. And What Is Mine to Do is about the personal action and the personal education and the personal commitment that you have, and how do you hold true to that. So knowing your why it's important to you is super critical. The other thing that I go back to a lot is, do you have a clear vision of what the world will be like, or what your neighborhood would be like, or what your family would be like if race-based hatred and violence no longer was a factor. And the importance of being able to articulate that vision, we've talked about a lot. In order to do both of those things, in order to have a clear why, a clear, strong, undeniable why, and in order to hold yourself accountable for taking action, observable, measurable action, then every now and then you have to reevaluate your why and your how, and then recalibrate. Reevaluate. Why am I doing this? Why is it important in the current situation or circumstance I am in, or in the current political environment that I am in, or in the current work culture that I am in? And then recalibrate your strategy, looking at over the next 2 or 3 years. What do I want to see be different? And the tactics that you use to achieve that strategy or to move toward that vision. So today, I just want to remind you and encourage you to take some time to reevaluate your why and your how, and then recalibrate to choose the actions that will be most helpful for you, and then to create some metrics for yourself as you recalibrate and redefine what you personally will be doing to interrupt and then end race-based hatred and violence. Now, I rarely invite you to take up a theme or a topic or a tip or a trend or a technique without doing it also myself. And so I've just made a decision, literally today, that I am going to put the What Is Mine to Do Facebook group on pause, on hold. And that means I will also be putting the Momentum series on pause or on hold for a few weeks to take a really good look at what is going on in the world and how can we best continue to answer that question, what is mine to do? For Tracy personally, of course, but also in the design and the activity of the What Is Mine to Do Facebook group and related programs and activities such as this Momentum series. And so we're going to go on hiatus. You know, some of your favorite TV series or your favorite streaming series, they have a season and then they go on hiatus and then they come back with the next season. So think of it that way. The Momentum series and the What Is Mine to Do Facebook group, it's not ending. Neither one is ending. We are going to be on hiatus for a few weeks. Maximum will probably be, we may wait and kick off in January, but we may come back in December. We'll have some announcements out about that. But for at least 6 weeks, we're going to reevaluate what's going on in the political environment, and what education is required for people to really be able to navigate. There have been so many things that are going on, and in the What Is Mine to Do group, we've worked very hard to make sure that we don't make it just political directly. And there's so much going on with political polarity that is race based or based in racial hatred and violence, that might need to change. I don't know. But I will know after spending a few weeks and then recalibrating the focus and the energy and the content for what is mine to do. So I want to encourage you over the next few weeks to, take the next month or so and reevaluate your personal commitment, recalibrate, and then when I'm asking you, what kind of information do you need? What would you like to have more education about? How can I support you on your journey to interrupt race based hatred and race based violence? So I'll be evaluating, you'll be reevaluating, and then we will come back together in a few weeks. In the meantime, remember that you can always watch past episodes of Momentum right here, whether you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube. You can watch past episodes. You can engage with them because I will be looking at the comments on the videos and on the What Is Mine to Do Facebook group. And so just know we will be back together again real soon. That's this week's episode of Momentum right here on Monday evenings at 8:15, and I'll see you again in a few weeks.